Praise be to you, Yahuwah my Elohim. Praise be to your Son, Yahushua my Messiah. I come at your feet in the name of your Son. Thank you for the knowledge you pour unto me, and thank you for breaking all the shackle that was bound on my face. Yahuwah, you are the only true living God. Thank you for your Yahushua, whom you truly love. You are Elohim, the Elohim of the Yahudim.
Shalom, shalom, family. Welcome back to The Remnant Awakens. I'm your brother, Pierre Ligi, and man, I'm just grateful you're tuning in again. If you're new here, this is the place where we dig deep, we question everything, and we let the scriptures speak for themselves. So, get comfortable, grab your water or your tea, and let's get into it. All right, so let's start at the beginning, literally. Genesis 1:6-8. You know, I always say, if you want to know the truth, go back to the start. The Most High said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And he called the firmament heaven. Now I know, growing up, I just kind of pictured the sky, right? But if you really read it, it's talking about a solid dome, separating waters above from waters below. That's not what they teach in school, is it? I mean, I remember sitting in class looking at those spinning globe models and thinking, wait, how does this fit with what I'm reading? It just doesn't line up, family. Now, let's talk about the book of Enoch. Some of y'all might be like, Pierre, why are you bringing up Enoch? That's not in my Bible. But listen, Jude 1:14-15 literally quotes Enoch. The early believers had it, but Rome took it out. Why? Because it exposes too much truth. Enoch goes into detail about the structure of the heavens, the movement of the sun and moon, and the boundaries of the earth. It's wild, man. And honestly, when you read Enoch, you start to see why they wanted it gone. It doesn't fit the narrative they want us to believe. So, what does scripture actually say about the earth? Over and over, it talks about the ends of the earth. Not just once, but like dozens of times. Isaiah, Job, Psalms, they all mention the ends, the corners, the foundations. If the earth is a spinning ball, where are the ends? Where are the corners? I mean, I'm not a scientist, but I can read, and it just doesn't add up. The Bible paints a picture of a set, unmoving earth with boundaries. That's not just poetic language, family. That's literal. Now, let's talk about something that always fascinated me. The aurora borealis, or the northern lights. Mainstream science says it's just particles from the sun hitting the magnetic field, right? But Enoch describes these lights as coming from the windows of heaven, openings in the firmament. That's a whole different perspective. I mean, think about it. If there's a solid dome above us, and there are windows or gates, then those lights could be something way more spiritual than just, solar wind. I'm not saying I got all the answers, but it makes you wonder, doesn't it? All right. Now, I know this is where some folks get uncomfortable, but we got to talk about NASA. Did you know NASA was started by Nazi scientists after World War II? Look up Operation Paperclip. It's not a conspiracy, it's public record. These guys came over, started NASA, and suddenly we're getting all these images of a spinning globe, moon landings, all that. But if you really dig, there's a lot that doesn't add up. I mean, the footage, the technology, it's just, I don't know, man. It feels off. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. And now, we got SpaceX, Elon Musk, all these billionaires talking about Mars, satellites, space tourism. But here's the thing. No rocket has ever broken through the firmament. They can go up, but they always curve back down. It's like there's a ceiling up there. And if you go back to Enoch, it says the Most High set boundaries that can't be crossed. So, all this talk about leaving Earth, colonizing Mars, it's just another layer of the deception. It's prepping people for something, and it's not what they think. So, why does this deception even exist? Why push the globe, the endless universe, aliens, all that? It's not just science fiction, family, it's spiritual warfare. If you can convince people they're just a speck in a random universe, you disconnect them from the Creator. You make them doubt the word. It's about control, about keeping people asleep. And as we talked about in previous episodes, deception is always about turning people away from the truth, from Torah, from their true identity. Family, I gotta be real with you. The world is being primed for a massive deception. They're setting us up for a fake alien invasion, a false rapture, a great delusion. It's all connected. Remember what we discussed last time about the rapture lie and the second Exodus. This is part of that same end time setup. If you're not grounded in the word, if you're not walking in obedience, you're gonna get swept up in it. So now's the time to prepare. Spiritually, mentally, physically. Don't wait. I know this was a lot, and maybe some of it challenged what you've always believed. But that's what we do here. We seek truth no matter where it leads. Stay vigilant, stay in the Word, and keep your eyes open. We're going to keep digging, keep exposing, and keep preparing for the return of the King. Family, the earth is not a globe. It's not spinning, flying, or floating in space. Yahweh made a firm, enclosed earth with a dome above, waters above, foundations below, and a throne above the firmament. NASA lied. The moon landing was faked. SpaceX is a distraction. And the real truth has been hidden to keep you from seeing the power and presence of Yahuwah. And by knowing this truth, it strengthens your prayer life by knowing where He is. It's time to return to the truth of Scripture. Will you walk in it? All right, family, that's all I got for today. I'm Pierre Ligi, your brother from the tribe of Yehuda, and this is The Remnant Awakens. If this message stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so it reaches more people. Subscribe if you're awakening to truth. Comment below what stood out to you most. And if you know someone still sleeping, share this episode with them. Until next time, Shalom. See you all on the next episode.
Praise be to you, Yahuwah my Elohim. Praise be to your Son, Yahushua my Messiah. I come at your feet in the name of your Son. Thank you for the knowledge you pour unto me, and thank you for breaking all the shackle that was bound on my face. Yahuwah, you are the only true living God. Thank you for your Yahusha, whom you truly love. You are Elohim, the Elohim of the Yahweh.